These are 3 pieces of dating advice that repel high-value partners. It all started innocently, where you went on a date and thought you had a great connection to only get ghosted. Or you started seeing somebody for a couple weeks, a few months, and then out of nowhere, they told you that they weren't ready for a relationship when they were talking about marriage weeks before. Or you keep thinking that you found somebody who's amazing for you, to only find out that there's little things about them, or maybe bigger things about them, that really aren't aligned with you. And so you started to seek out advice. You started to seek out tips and tricks for how to really be able to navigate this modern dating world, because our modern dating world is more complex than it's ever been, but you can use that to your advantage when you understand how to. But you started searching for all of this advice, and instead of feeling more confident, more sure, and instead of actually attracting people that you were into, you felt more confused. You felt less like yourself. You felt like you kept having to put on a show, that anything you did was either too much or not enough. And the person that you were really into never seems to be into you. I know if you're here, it's because you don't want just any average partnership, right? You want an extraordinary one. And you know that in order to have an extraordinary partnership, you need to have an extraordinary partner, a high-value one. But the thing is, when you are looking for a high-value partner, the same tips and tricks that work with just anybody else repel them. Because a high-value partner is looking for a genuine connection. A high-value partner is self-aware. They're emotionally intelligent, emotionally available. They want to see that you're going to be able to show up for them in the same way that they plan on showing up for you. And when you buy into dating advice that only disconnects you further from yourself and further from them, well, now you're going to be even further away from what you truly desire. And I know if you're here today that you are ready to get off the dating hamster wheel. You are ready to delete those apps. You are ready to find your dream partner. And you're also ready to take accountability. You're ready to take ownership for the parts of your dating life that you're not showing up for. You're ready to become fully aligned with what you desire. You're likely even closer than you think. And so today I want to talk about the 3 pieces of dating advice that are actually repelling high-value partners. So number 1 is playing hard to get. So this includes not texting someone back for a day or 2 days, holding off and not sharing too much about yourself and really letting that mystery build. Playing hard to get will repel a high-value partner. Playing hard to get, if you are a man, is going to set you up to either 1, attract a woman who is going to end up taking the lead of the dating process, right? So she is in her masculine energy or even wounded masculine energy. And what happens is you are leaning back, you're playing hard to get, and then if she is a woman who is willing to meet you where you're at, well, now she's going to start pursuing you. And this can land you in a relationship where it feels like you don't ever have a say in anything. And she's always controlling what's happening in the partnership. It's not a very empowered place to be as a man in partnership. The other thing that happens when you are a man is if you are playing hard to get, well, a woman who is receptive, who is grounded in her feminine energy, who's radiant, is going to be waiting for your lead. And when she sees that you're not confident in who you are or what you want or able to go after it, polarity is not going to build. The attraction will fade, and she's not going to be receptive to when you do reach out to her. And if you're a woman playing hard to get, you will attract a man who is attracted to usually subconsciously, emotional unavailability. So when you play hard to get and then a man starts to pursue you more and more, at a certain point, if he's emotionally available, he's going to start to back off. He's going to start to feel like, okay, this woman is not connecting with me. She obviously doesn't know what she wants, and I do, and so I'm going to go find that. But if he is subconsciously attracted to emotional unavailability, well, now he feels like he's hit a gold mine. So he's going to start pursuing you harder and harder, which you might even enjoy, right? You might be like, oh my gosh, this guy's actually really pursuing me. It feels like he's really intentional. But here's what happens. As soon as you start to lean in as the woman, well, now that unavailability is gone. And he's met with likely a subconscious fear of intimacy and will leave. So when you play hard to get, you're attracting men who are subconsciously attracted to unavailability because that's what feels safe to them. So as soon as you become available, they don't feel safe anymore. They don't know what to do in that moment. They don't know how to actually connect with you. So playing hard to get is going to attract unavailable partners, partners who aren't integrated or have a healthy relationship with their core energy. And number 2, the second piece of dating advice that repels high-value partners is to never talk about your past, right? Oh, no, we're not talking about our past on the dates. This would be a big faux pas, right? So, it is important to not go on the first couple of dates and start unloading everything about your past dating history. But it's also important that you have a conversation around what each of you has experienced. You would never hire somebody in a job interview and not ask them for their resume. You want to see that they've had certain experiences that are going to allow them to show up for the role. Now, this isn't to say that your past defines your present, but the way that you have reacted and the way that you have grown from your past does. So when you can talk about your past from an empowered place, from a place of completion, this is when you're able to connect deeply with a high-value person and have even deeper conversations that bring you closer together and build trust. But if you don't have a grasp or a concept around how to actually articulate what you've experienced in the past, you're either going to become guarded and shut down, and that person is going to feel like you don't have the self-awareness to understand what you've been through and to be able to grow from it and to have the level of introspection that they're looking for. Or you're going to overshare everything about your past and hinder polarity because that other person feels like you haven't fully processed what's happening or what's happened. And the third piece of dating advice that repels a high-value partner is feeling like you have to be perfect. No matter how hard we all try, as high performers, high achievers, we will never be perfect. And that is a beautiful, beautiful piece of life and of partnership, is not to attract someone in order to feel like we're perfect, but to attract that person who is able to see our imperfections and love us through them. Who's able to see our imperfections and know when to show compassion and when to hold you to a higher standard of self or to your highest self. But when you try to be perfect, you can't be you because it's impossible. And when you try to be perfect, even more importantly, well, now you're setting yourself up to try and achieve someone's love. And when you try to achieve someone's love, well, now you're starting to impress. You're starting to potentially overinvest, overgive, overcommunicate, because you feel like there's something you need to do, something you need to overcome in order to get their love. And this is why so many high performers have a subconscious block where they subconsciously believe that love is an achievement. And when you believe that love is an achievement, nothing you do ever feels good enough. So you're never able to fully connect with somebody. Or if somebody does see you for you, if somebody does start to lean in because they like you, not just your achievements, not just your lifestyle, not just your cars or your clothes or your beauty, well, now your subconscious is going to search for what's wrong with them. Because if you believe that you need to achieve love, but you haven't had to actually achieve anything, well, something must be off. And this is how you find yourself in that merry-go-round of feeling like the person that you want is never into you. Because you're either over-investing and trying to impress the person who you could have an amazing connection with, but blocking polarity, or you're not seeing what's right in front of you, the beautiful partnership that you could potentially have with somebody, because you don't know actually how to receive. And this is why when you have subconscious dating blocks, no piece of surface level dating advice is going to help you in the long run, whether it's good dating advice or not. You first have to rewire, right? You first have to remove your subconscious dating block before you can fully be receptive to showing up as somebody who's able to actually take good dating advice and connect with somebody. And here's the thing, when you remove your subconscious dating block, you really don't need that much dating advice. Because all of your self-sabotage, all of the ways that you've blocked connection, those behaviors are no longer present. Instead, you're able to stand confidently in who you are, just like you do in other areas of your life already. You stand confident in yourself in your business. You stand confident in yourself when you're closing a deal. You stand confident in yourself when you're public speaking. And you can do the same thing in your love life. And it's really these micro shifts in the way that you're subconsciously programmed that allow you to feel free in love. So, this is why, whether you're going through one of my courses like Masculine in Love, which is for high-performing men wanting to attract their dream woman, or in one of my high proximity coaching programs where we're working one-on-one, the first thing that we do is look at what your subconscious dating blocks are and then remove them. Because then you're able to show up as who you are. Then you're able to see other people for who they are clearly. Then you're able to create a lasting connection naturally, where you're not worrying about, do I need to be flirtatious here or not? It comes naturally. You're feeling into someone else's energy and they're feeling into yours, and it feels aligned. So men, if you are ready to stop performing, if you're ready to break through the noise and attract your dream woman, now is the time to sign up for Masculine in Love. So when this live is over, you can drop in the comments or DM me the word in love. And ladies, don't worry, there's an opportunity for you to remove your subconscious dating blocks too. So men and women, I have opportunities to work with me in a high proximity coaching program where you and I are going to work exclusively to navigate your dating life. And with my eyes on your dating life, we make transformation quickly. Because I'm able to spot those blind spots that we all have much faster than you'll be able to. So if you are ready to truly step into the version of yourself who attracts your dream partner, your perfect match, which I know you are ready because you're still on this live right now, then as soon as I stop the live, either comment the word, if you're a woman, comment the word dream man, and if you're a man, comment the word dream woman, or you can DM me those words as well. You guys, it has been so great to connect with you today. I love seeing all of your faces in here. And so let me know in the comments below, what was the one piece of dating advice or the one aha moment you had where you're like, oh yeah, I've done that. Oh yeah, I'm not going to do that anymore. I would love to hear from you. All right, until next time, guys.